So now there are going to be two videos that I want to discuss very, very quickly regarding the NHL and their fans north of the border. Let's start out in Calgary. Meanwhile, the team is having an abysmal season. They're currently 11th in the West with 85 points. In the last 7 games, they have 1 win. I kid you not, the Calgary Flames, 1 win. Their last game came against the Los Angeles Kings, in which they lost 3-0. In their last few games, and I will list them right now. Against Minnesota, a shootout loss. Minnesota currently 13th place, 74 points in the Western Conference. They split a home-and-home with third seed Dallas, so you know that's okay. Lost to Colorado 2-1 in overtime. Colorado currently in 10th place with 86 points in the West. And to just add insult to injury, they lost in a shootout to the lowly Columbus Blue Jackets. Currently 57 points, which qualifies them and is the worst team in the National Hockey League. Very quickly, thinking of the Columbus Blue Jackets, I could only think of a few names. And now that I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head, Rick Nash, Jared Boll, Jack Johnson, and James Wisniewski, the former Blackhawk. That's about it. So anyways, the video that I want to show you is of a fan who is so upset and PO'd with his team and their effort and the way that they have played this month, pretty much, you could even say the entire season. He decides to take off his jersey and throw it onto the ice. Here's the video.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. There it goes! Oh, yeah! Oh!
In case you're wondering who the player was that smashed his stick against the glass at the fan, that was, I believe, Tom Kostopoulos. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Kostopoulos had this to say regarding the fan and his actions slashing his stick against the glass. I was just upset. I was mad. He's entitled to his opinion. He paid for the seat. I was just a bit upset. He threw his jersey on the ice. Just didn't like that. My initial reaction to this is it's just fans being fans. However, with that being said, no fan should ever take off their jersey and throw it onto the ice. In more extreme circumstances, I understand Cleveland is still pissed off at LeBron James and they hate him for leaving their team, but burning a jersey, throwing it onto the ice. When Canucks fans burned the Blackhawks jersey last year in the playoffs, look, it got me upset. And everyone who has been watching TYT Sports knows that I'm an avid Chicago Blackhawks fan. But the level of fanship should never get to that point. Now, getting back to this fan who threw his jersey on the ice, one quick thing on the actual video from Oiler Fan 5 had this to say, and I completely agree with it. Gotta support your team through thick and thin. I'm an Oilers fan. I know what it feels like to be at the top, 06, and then have years of failure follow. But I never wavered my support, and now we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Flames fans, your team is getting old with little youth to follow. You may even end up the way the Oilers have been the last few years, but just as the Oilers, you will rise again. And in the future, we will see 2 Alberta teams at the top of the league. Much respect there for Oiler Fan 5. Look, getting back to it, I am a Chicago Cubs fan, okay? I have seen the lowest of lows, people. These Flame fans can't walk a mile in my shoes. But in all seriousness, I don't ever turn on my team. Fans don't turn on their teams, okay? You stick with them through thick and thin, like Oiler Fan 5 said. That's what you do. That's a true fan. A true fan is not someone who comes back on when the team is in first, second, or third place, about to go to the playoffs, or just got into the playoffs and like, oh, yeah, I'm going to start watching them again. That is not a fan. That is not a true fan. Support your team through thick and thin so you could tell those tales to your kids one day.